Hey guys, welcome back. It's me, Gimpy, again, and I'm here with turn number 3 of Fields of Fire by GMT Games. I know it's been a little bit since I've gotten a turn up on this. I've been trying to read up on it a little bit, and I was reading some forums online about people talking about it, and some of the comments I saw were people saying that they had put the game down because they were making too many errors or they kept resetting. Don't worry about that. This is one of those games that you're going to make mistakes as you go through it. Everybody is. Don't let that dissuade you from a game you're really going to enjoy. If you like solitaire war games, you like games that you really need to think your way through, you're going to love this. You really just have to persevere through it, keep teaching yourself, keep running through missions. I would say just play through a whole mission, whatever mission you feel comfortable with, and make whatever goofs you're going to make. Keep looking it up in the rule books, keep watching videos, more keep getting put up online, and eventually you're going to get it. It's just going to click with you one day. It takes a little bit, but you'll get there. Also, I have started my video playthrough, talk-through series on another game by GMT, actually, the Doolittle Raid Enemy Coast Ahead. One of the reasons I'm pushing that is because a lot of the videos I put up on this channel are for games that aren't getting a lot of coverage, that should be getting coverage. Doolittle is another one that's excellent. If you haven't tried it, definitely check out the video, see if it's something that you're interested in. I'm thoroughly enjoying it so far. I'll have the next turns up here soon in the next few days, but I'm going to go through the whole game in a, like I said, a talk-through, playthrough type series, where I'm explaining the rules as I'm playing through the game. That way, if you need to learn it, you can watch it. But if you're wanting to watch a playthrough, you're covered on that end as well. I do have a couple things coming later on. I got good news that my copy of Unconditional Surrender is actually in the mail. It's on its way. I would have had it by now had I ordered it from a different website, but I got a good deal on it somewhere to where I could get the mounted map as well. So I had to wait till they got it in stock, which was like a month and a half, whatever, after some other people had gotten it. So I'm very excited. If you guys haven't seen that one, that is an excellent strategic level warfare game. Again, also by GMT. GMT and Lock and Load put out a lot of stuff that I like. So that's on the way. And I also have something by 2 Hour War Games on the way, because I've seen a few people talking about it. I started poking at it. Looks real interesting. As you guys know, I'm big into the solitaire type games, and their stuff is all supposed to be for solitaire. So I should have something up for that for you guys as well soon. So you guys, stay tuned if you're interested in any of that, and I'll have it up as soon as I can. Getting to the game here, we are at the start of turn 3. The update video I put up pointed out a few things, like Fields of Fire Boot Camp. If you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. Like I said previously, wealth of information that will definitely help out your game. I forget the gentleman who pointed it out. I'll reference you in the next video. I apologize. On the Facebook Solitaire Wargamer website, he's the one that pointed it out, where I saw it there, and it's excellent. Great source of information. You guys definitely check that out. I did change a couple little things here because of some of the stuff that I read about. Normally, I would not make changes to this, because you're not supposed to make your changes after you already start. But I kind of want you guys to see some of the other techniques that you can use, so I'm fudging it on this one. I changed what some of the red star clusters and parachutes and smoke and all that stuff means. You guys will see that as we play through. Well, you'll see some of it as we play through this turn. So you guys be on the lookout for that, and I'll try to mention it as we go on. I think that's everything I needed to cover. If not, it doesn't matter. I'll hit it as we go. Okay, so we are at our HQ draw phase. So we need to draw a card to see if we have the HQ icon present. Oh, this reminds me of the other thing I wanted to point out, right? I was talking to a guy in the comments on the previous video about this. I thought defensive missions, enemy, offensive missions, enemy, meant because they've got enemy like right next to it. So that's what I was looking at. I thought it referenced the enemy. So I was thinking this was a defensive mission. It's not. It's an offensive mission. This refers to yourself. This refers to your forces, not the enemy forces. That is a little confusing in the rule book. It doesn't explicitly state it one way or the other, but after you go over and read it a couple of times, you can see what it's talking about. So I was backwards on that. But it doesn't help that in the campaign book, the little scenario book right here, it's got mission details. The hierarchy is defensive. So when you're looking at that, you're going to think, okay, well, this is a defensive mission. Now it just shows you that the enemy is defensive while you're the opposite of that. So it's an offensive mission. I hope you guys get what I'm talking about. I wish they had done that the other way, but it doesn't matter. You guys see it now and we're good to go. So we are at the friendly HQ event phase. We're going to draw to see if we have the HQ marker, which we are looking for here. It is not there, so there is no HQ event here. All right, so now, since we are not on a defensive mission, we're on an offensive, we go straight into our friendly command phase, which does have a few differences. We now are at level contact instead of no contact. You can keep track of that with those little markers, and it also has it on this little card. It shows you the order in which you go and explains what it means to be at the different engagement levels. So we're at contact, so we don't get the no contact bonus, so we're going to be hurting on commands a little bit now. Or let's draw for our company HQ. All right, we got a 4, and we're getting -1 on this because of the green crap. Brain farting in here. We're getting a -1, but we don't get a +1 for no contact. So he gets 3 commands. We'll take, where are my little tweezers? We'll take the commander. We'll put him up here at 3. All right, I've got some of the save commands down here from previous turns. All right, he's got 3. We'll take and activate. Definitely going to activate first platoon because I got some stuff for them to do, and we will also activate second platoon, and we will activate our group of helicopters that are coming in to land troops this turn. That's off camera over here to the right on the little sheet, and that takes care of all of his commands. So I'll flip him over. We'll just flick him back up here out of the way. So now I'm going to take and activate second platoon first because I've got an idea of something I can do here that will hopefully take care of a bunch of my guys. You guys will see what I'm talking about here. Second platoon, they have 1 save command. Let's take and draw for them, see what they're going to get. They've got 3, and they're getting a -1 because we're in a contact situation now. So they're at 2 plus the 1 they had. So they've got 3 commands. Now I'm going to do the same thing I did before, an entire platoon move. And I was sitting here thinking about it like, okay, where do I go? And originally I was thinking going north to get that village that's up there. But I started thinking about it. I don't want a crossfire. One of the worst things Hitler did was attack Russia and gave himself a 2-front war. So I'm not going to give myself a 2-front battlefield. I'm going to come down here next to my guys and see what type of support I can give them. I'm going to use 2 commands to do a whole platoon move. Let's move them down here. All right, and that's 2 commands, so I've got 1 left. Now, I know what you guys are thinking, that I should use that 1 command to order the commander to go into cover. I'm not. I'm going to use it for something else. We'll figure it out here in a sec. But that's because I have that Red Star parachute. What does he have? Let's see. First platoon has Green Star parachute, and it is listed down as a cover thing. So when I activate first platoon, I'm going to have the CO pop that, and it's going to have everyone who can see it, including second platoon, make cover attempts. So there's going to be a mess load of cover attempts. I'll probably just go left to right on that one since there'll be so many trying to get into cover at that point. But that way, all my guys can at least try to get some damn cover and stop getting all shot up and pinned and all that other crap. Okay, well that's something I can do. I even noticed the guy down here, he's not spotted, so let's do a spotting attempt on him. I've got the card here. Spotting attempt is one of those ones that you got to draw for. And okay, if I have, you guys correct me if I'm wrong on this, but I'm thinking I'll have second platoon order one of his squads, doesn't matter. Oh, actually I can have one of the weapon teams do the spotting attempt, and the weapon teams are veteran. Okay, so that's a +1. All right, so the normal draw is 2, so that's 3. The target is undercover, so that's -1. It's not a sniper. They are veteran, so that's okay. Where another -1. They're not green. They're not on the same card. They're not exposed. The target's card has a 3, so that's another -1. You gotta be kidding me. Okay, how many -1s is... I'm gonna end up having like nothing. Okay, I've got 3. Y'all bear with my shitty math skills. Okay, 2 is a normal, so I get +1 for the veteran on the weapon team making the attempt to spot, and -1 for them being covered, so it's down to 2, and -1 for them being veteran, so it's down to 1, and then -1 again, but the lowest it can get is to 1. So I guess it doesn't matter who makes it. It wouldn't matter if the CO made it or if one of the other guys made it. So this spotting attempt has next to no chance of succeeding. That's great. All right, so right here, this nifty little card shows you pictures of what all the little symbols are that you're looking for, and we're looking for crosshairs, hopefully, which will mean that these guys will be spotted, and at that point, all my guys will open up on those little bastards. So let's hope for a spotting marker, and we got it. Look at that, there we go. Okay. All right, we got our spot. So, okay, these guys, that means I'm going to be putting, let me grab my little things here. We'll change this PDF to both ways. We'll put down a PDF here for that stack of guys, and the lowest volume of fire that I can put onto them is a -1 for my automatic weapons, because I do have automatic weapon teams in both groups. You guys tell me, since the automatic weapon teams have limited ammo, is it possible to, well, in the rulebook it says that they'll automatically open fire on enemies if they're not shooting a spotted enemy. They'll automatically open fire on them. So I guess there's really no way to save ammo. I guess you'll have to just bring it in from the staging area. I guess I can take and put some ammo markers. I know I can load them up. That other helicopter's already in the air, so the next, when I have third platoon come in, I'll put some ammo markers on them to bring in and have them drop off some ammo in the staging area, and maybe have my guys go back and get it. Okay, so with that, we have our automatic weapons fire. Again, that's the lowest. Oh, and crossfire, because they are taking crossfire from 2 different directions. So we've got that. So we got a -2 modifier on them, which is okay, but they're still in a damn bunker and they got a +3. So that only brings them down to +4. So it's going to be really hard to root these guys out. I do have a plan though. When I get enough commands to do it, I would like to take and have my guys pop off some 40 mics onto these guys and see if I can do that. So let's see if we can do that here in a minute. All right, second platoon spent their last, so they're done. All right, I'm trying to slow it down and make sure I'm hitting everything and not making any little rules goofs here. The markers are right. Crossfire, automatic fire. I didn't go for cover yet, so that should be good. Okay, now we're gonna draw for first platoon and see what they get. They got 3 commands, but he gets a -1 for being shot at, is it? That's the spotting attempts. Where's my draw attempts? Is it on one of these cards? Let's see. I know it's around here somewhere. Where is it? It's infantry combat, visibility, spotting. All right, here we go. Command draw modifiers. He's green, so he's getting -1. He's undercover, so he's +1. And volume of fire S -1. All right, so it's -1, -2, -3 for the volume of fire. So he's getting just a -1. That's not bad. We can deal with that. All right, so that gives him 2 commands to use. We'll take and slide this over to 2. All right, now here's what I'm talking about. I got 2 commands. Let's take and use 1 command to pop off this green star parachute, which I changed. Like I said, normally I would not have done that. I would have just played out the game getting my ass kicked. But I wanted to show you guys this. Pop this off. This is an automatic. The pyrotechnic, it's automatic. You do not have to draw for it. That's going to shoot up, and everyone who's going to see it is going to seek cover. All right, so we're going to do a bunch of cover draws for everyone on the board to see if they get cover. There's going to be a lot of shuffling on this because I got a lot of guys to draw for. And, you know, I probably should randomize it for game's sake, but for ease of play, I'm just going to go left to right, stack on the top, and just keep going. So, second platoon commander going for cover. Actually, let me grab a cover marker here real quick because someone's going to have to get some cover. All right, let's draw 3 for him. Rally, rally, come on, cover. There we go. All right, so he got cover. We'll take and put him under it and mark that there so I know he's got it, and the others I'll just set to the side. All right, another 3 for the next squad. Okay, cover is the first one that was drawn, so he's good. I'll set him there because he's part of the cover now. Another 3, 1, 2. Okay, he got it. 3. That's that guy. All right, there we go. Getting into cover. Oh, before I forget, they all have an exposed marker. So I'll put that there. Oop, wrong side. Put that there to remember from their movement. And now for the next one. 1, 2, 3. Okay, no cover for that squad, unfortunately. We'll pop them there. All right, my weapon squads, I definitely want them undercover. 1, okay, here we go. First one's undercover. 2 and 3, so he's undercover. Pop him over. And last one there. 1, 2, a lot of contact. Rally, okay. Only 2 of them didn't get into cover, so I can deal with that. We'll take and pop them under their own exposed marker. And we'll put these guys under cover and hit them with their exposed marker. Now, the ones that are not in cover here are going to have to do the same. I've got a weapon team that was paralyzed previously and pinned. I have a couple of squads that are pinned and 1 squad that isn't. And another weapon team that's pinned, but they're undercover. This card's just full of counters. Okay. Doing the same thing, I'm just going to start left and work my way over. Again, I should probably randomize it for the game's sake, but for time's sake, so I'm not wasting all you guys' time, I'm just going to hit them as I go, okay? First one is this one out of cover. 1, 2, is it 3 draw here? Yep, that's 3 draw. Okay, so he's moving into cover. I'm going to take and move him over here with Commander. And let's draw for this paralyzed weapon team. Hopefully they'll get it because they really need it. 1, 2, okay, not good, not good. Oh, look at all the rally. Okay, that weapon team might not be long for this world. They're not, so I'll move them up a little bit just so I can keep track of it. I would advise you guys not to have, like, this table is very slick. It's a slick material and the cards slide on it a lot. So I would suggest having something down. If your table's this type material, maybe put a towel down and then put your cards on top of it, because you can see how much my cards slide. All right, first squad of these pinned guys. 1, okay, they got it. 2 and 3, they got 2 of them. So we'll move them there just so I know real quick, or we'll put them up there with those other guys. And if these guys don't get it, they can go into that. I can consolidate some of these markers down here in a sec. 1, 2 and 3. Oh, they got it. Lovely, lovely. Okay, I can't keep them under 3, so I guess it really doesn't matter what cover that I put them under. All right, so for ease, for me, just because it's a game, ain't that big of a deal, I'm gonna take and put all these ones that are pinned under the same. Now I had one that wasn't pinned. Okay, one of those squads is not pinned, I know that. So that'll go there. These guys will go there. And then this will go there. Okay. Hopefully I did that right. We'll have to assume that I did. All right. Just a few of my guys are not in cover now. And this is why you need to use those pyrotechnics, because you don't have enough commands to take and get your guys into all the different covers that you would like to get them into. Man, that worked great. Okay, I got 1 command left. And I'm thinking I would like to put some extra hurt on these guys. I want to put a 40 mic on the hope of putting them down. So, excuse me. I'm going to take and pause real quick. I'm going to look over the rules on 40 mics to make sure I got it right, and then we're going to pick back up at that point. Okay, I wanted to go over that to make sure that I was telling you guys the right thing. I was actually a little confused on it because I haven't used 40mm mics before. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this since I don't think I need that anymore. They've already done everything they're going to do there. And I'm using, what I'm trying to do here, all right, so you guys understand, is lower their combat modifier. Right now, they're at a +4. It's very unlikely I'm going to be able to do any significant damage to them. With that, I probably won't even be able to pin them unless I get a very lucky card draw. So I want to get it down as much as possible, so hopefully I can pin them, reduce their fire against me, that type of thing. And I'm going to do that by doing this. And I do a grenade attack. Now, unfortunately, I only have one guy that's not pinned here, but he can make the attack, but he's line, all right? And this is a draw. You're not just automatically successful. You can tell he can make the grenade attack by that small little superscripted G there above the AS. And he's not automatically successful. I've got to take and draw a card, and I look for a certain icon, no different than doing like a HQ draw or cover draws, things like that. It would be -1 draw if the unit was green. Since he's line, that's actually not too bad. I just get my standard 2 draws, and you guys can tell in this. Definitely use this. This is a kind of a list of your actions you can give, your orders that you can give. You can see combat actions down here at the bottom. Attempt to make a grenade attack, 1 command, and it's 2 plus or minus. Make sure I got it. Camera, plus or minus, and any good order unit. So they can't be pinned and make this. So it was close that I wasn't going to be able to make that, but let's take and do that. I mean, I could attempt to unpin some of those guys, but if they get an attack against them, which will happen this time, and they don't get hit, they lose their pin. So I'm going to hope that most of them don't get hurt too bad this time, since I don't have the exposed marker hitting them now. Okay, so we're going to do our draw on it. Our first draw is nothing, and our second draw is successful. We got a nice little grenade icon there, so this is good. I was looking for the wrong icon. I was looking at, I wasn't looking for that. I was looking for that. I was looking for the little burst thing there. That's actually call for fire. That's not the grenade. So that's a good thing that one popped up, so it showed me. Anyway, all right, let me grab my grenade marker here. And you see how it's got a modifier of -4, -3 on it. Look in your mission briefing, it'll tell you which one applies to yours. Generally, American units have a -4, and then some of your weaker units like the VC or others, I don't remember off the top of my head, will use the -3 modifier. Okay, so this is good. We've put a lot of hurt onto these guys. Oh, but if we had missed, we still would have got a -1 on top of them, so we would have hurt them a little bit more. But now we have them down to a -6. So we've effectively negated their bunker and the terrain modifier, so they're pretty much drawing at a 0. So this is good news. I'm actually very pleased with this. Now let me grab back up the rule book. Oh wait, okay. That finishes off. I forgot, I still got command stuff left. First platoon, I still have second or third and fourth I can do something with, and the XO and the first sergeant, I did look that up. The XO and the first sergeant in the initiative draw just get 1 command flat out, but you can start saving them up and building them up. So I am going to bump these guys up each one for the initiative, and I'll draw initiatives for third and fourth platoon, see if I can get them a few more saved up. Fourth platoon, actually, I think they can save 6 because he's veteran, so he's actually doing pretty well. Third can only save 3. And then we'll do our general initiative draw for whatever commands I might be able to get off there, which I don't know what else I could do. I mean, I guess I could try to get a few more of these guys into cover, or I could try to put another grenade onto these guys because they are cumulative. I might do that. Okay. First for third platoon, they got 1. Yay. Okay. So they got 1 saved. We'll flip them over. Fourth platoon, what are they going to get? They got 2. And pop this over here, which actually I don't think he got any. That's -1 modifier. Boink. Because he's green, so he's not getting anything on that. The fourth platoon isn't green. He is veteran, so he will get his 2. So we're good there. And now we're on our general initiative draw, and this one doesn't have any modifiers. It's just flat out what it is. So let's pop this up, hope for a good number. Come on, no whammies. 2, okay, I'll take it. What can we do with 2 commands? Okay, I have a potential contact here. So we might have enemies appearing anywhere around here, possibly back over here. But I'd really like to get rid of this command bunker and these guys. I mean, they're not doing a whole lot of damage, but I really need to start clearing out the cards because we're already on turn 3. Like, I know I'm not clearing out 12 cards. That's just not going to happen. But we're going to clear out as much as we can. So, do we focus on getting guys into cover, or do we take and make another grenade attempt? I'll tell you what, we'll do one of each. Okay? I have good order units here. We'll have one of them attempt to make another grenade toss, and we'll have one of these guys try to get into cover. So the weapon team will attempt to get into cover, and then we'll do another grenade. Okay, here we go. Let's take and do the cover. 1, reshuffle action deck, throw that over to the side. So 1, 2, all right, cover, yay. And 3, we're good. Oh, I should have done the grenade. Well, I mean, it's either one that was cover or grenade. Okay, well, at least he got into cover. So only one squad now is exposed without cover. And at least it's not one of my weapon teams. So that's good news. Now, I'm gonna pause it real quick and shuffle the deck, and we'll be right back. All right, we're shuffled and ready to go, and we were doing the grenade check because we did our cover check, right? Yep. Okay, we got one guy just exposed. This is the end of our command phase. We're going to do our grenade check, and then we're going to move on to the enemy phase. So let's draw. Should just be 2 cards because that's line. I do believe that he's not going to have any other modifiers on it. I'm not seeing anything on it. I don't want to keep you guys waiting, but I think it is just the 2 because it should be just his experience modifying it. Yeah, if he had something else, I think if you're possibly getting shot at, that might affect it, but we're going with 2. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. All right, so 2 cards. We've got 1 and 2. Outstanding. We are doing well here. Doesn't matter, they're still going to blow me to hell. So we will take and put this one down. Here's another question for you guys. Can there be doubles? Let's say this one had missed. Would there have been a -1 miss modifier on top of the successful modifier, or would it just not be put down? I'm thinking, from the way I understand the rules, that had that check not gone right, you know, had it not passed, the miss modifier would have been added on top of this one. But you guys let me know what you think down in the comment section. Okay. That's outstanding. Okay, we got a bunch of modifiers on them. Where are we at now? We are at the offensive mission, the enemy higher HQ. All right, so like I said previously, I had these backwards because of the way it was written in the rules, but we're going to draw to see if they have anything going on, and then we're going to do our enemy activity check, which at this point is just these guys because they're the only ones on the board. We are not going to resolve that other potential contact till down here. So let's do our HQ check, and that is, I got glare from it, nothing. Here we go. This icon here, if this had been there, that's what we're looking for. So there's none of that. Now this next part is actually one of the most confusing things to me. It took me a little while to get my head wrapped around it to where I thought I had a good bead on what it's trying to tell you to do, okay? The enemy activity check. You're gonna take, okay, this is the way I understand it. The enemy is defensive, okay? And then this tells you what their tactics are, okay? That is listed down here in your mission details. All right, they're defensive and they're delay. Okay, so I know I'm going to be looking on this chart here, delay under defensive, and from what I understand, you just take and you go down this list until you find something that matches, like the first one that matches the enemy. The way I'm thinking of this is kind of like the solo cards from Lock and Load Tactical and Call of Conflict of Heroes. This is kind of that distilled down into a chart, player aid basically, that if this condition is going on, the enemy will do X, Y, or Z depending on what it is. So they're supposed to kind of look after themselves, and there's a random draw modifier of whatever number is on the right. So if it was this first column, for example, it'd be a random draw of a 5. All right, so you just draw a card, see what it is, and then go from there. That's the way I understand it. We'll just have to see how that goes. All right, let's take and walk this down. On the same card as a, excuse me. Sorry, I got choked up there. I'm so excited. On the same card as a U.S. unit and not undercover, no. On the same card as a U.S. unit and undercover, no. Automatic grenade or H volume of fire unit with an out of ammo marker, no. Not under fire and no line of sight to a U.S. unit, no. Not under fire, no. Under fire but not under cover, no. Under fire from different direction than its own PDF. So I think that's going to count. Yes, because it's yeah. No, I don't think this is going to work because it's under fire from 2 different directions, but it is under fire from its PDF, so it has no reason to shift. Okay, so it's under fire from in the direction of its PDF, so that one's not going to work. Automatic or H volume of fire unit that has opened fire, no. Trading fire, so okay, yeah, trading fire and net combat modifier of units volume of fire is better, lower than the best US units, no. Trading fire and the combat modifier of units volume of fire is equal to or greater than best US units. Okay, so yeah, this is going to be what it is, because my volume of fire right now against them, if we discount the grenades, I'm putting automatic fire onto them and they are putting small arms fire onto me. So mine is better than theirs, is what I understand this to be. I don't think they would fall back though, because one of these things is fall back. Are they going to fall back out of cover? That's I guess, I mean, it's in here, so we're going to go with it. We're going to go on a 1 or 3, a random 3, 1, 2, 3. On a 1, it's no action. On a 2, they're going to grenade attack, concentrate fire, which I think for them is going to be concentrate fire. And 3 is going to be fall back. I'm really kind of hoping they don't fall back. I might just have them concentrate fire if it comes up as fall back, because I don't want to keep moving the thing. Let's see what it comes up as on a random 3. It comes up as 1, so that is no action. Yeah, no action, so that's not going to affect us. All right, we'll leave it as that. Yeah, I'm really glad they weren't falling back, because they're kind of at the edge of the table. I'd have to shift everything up, and I don't want to take the time to do that right now. You guys tell me if I walk through that the right way. As far as I understand it, that's exactly how it's done. You just match it up and you go on down the line. And like I said, to me, it very much strikes me of that solo card module from games like Lock and Load Tactical. I kind of like the way they did that. All right, enough of me rambling. We are past the enemy activity. There's no mutual capture going on. Now we're in our aircraft phase. All right. Now remember, I pointed this out in my little update video, but your lead helicopter units are the ones that have that light star underneath it. In the previous edition of the game, they came with counters that said flight leader on it instead of just having that star on them. So let's take and move our groups down. Now this is the one where we've got our different set of units coming in. I'll show you guys what I mean here in just a sec. We've got our activated helicopters coming in. We'll flick that over to activated. Let me grab some exposed markers to make sure I don't forget them. And this one actually has our artillery and 4 squad and the 1st sergeant and 60mm mortar team. It's got a whole bunch of cool stuff in it. I think I'm going to take and leave some of it there at the landing zone and try to provide some distance fire, maybe with the mortars. I know I'm going to leave the 1st sergeant there at the landing zone. What is this guy's range? Close to very far. Okay, so that's good. We're going to leave them there. The artillery forward controller and the mortar forward controller. Those are the guys that are going to be able to call in my off-board fire missions. Now remember, any of your commanders can do it, but those guys can do it better. They get more draws to do it. So I definitely wanted to get them to the board, and we have one tiny little squad here of a platoon leader and a couple of 2-step units. They're going to be used to reinforce the south area. I'm thinking I can take... Now I know 1-step units like that 60mm can only do a direct lay, so I think they actually have to see what they're firing at, and that would be unfortunate. I'm knocking all this shit around. All right, let's take and put a exposed marker there, exposed marker here, put an exposed marker there. If they were a full section, they could take and do a indirect lay to where they could fire over. I might have to read that over in the rule book. They're not going to be firing this turn anyway, so I'm not overly concerned with it. But I am wondering if, with their range and the fact that these guys are spotted, can they pop it up here? I'm thinking they can. Even though they don't have line of sight, you know, can they be ordered to shoot this card? I'll do some digging. You guys let me know again down in the comments what you think. 60mm single step mortar team here on the landing zone. No direct line of sight. So I'm thinking maybe not. I'm not sure, but the enemy is spotted. So I'll do some more digging in the rule book. You guys let me know what you think on that one. All right, now where are we at now? Sorry about that. I had to walk away and calm down my baby real quick. She started squalling. She's at that phase now where she gets upset late at night and wants to scream for mommy and daddy. And you parents out there understand what I'm going through. Not to mention potty training a 2-year-old. Anyway, all right. You guys don't care about that. Back to this. We are... Okay, I moved my vehicles over here just off camera. Here, I'll pan it over a little bit so you guys can see what I got going on over here. Little charts. Okay, this group was the one that was there. They moved. This group was already there. The one that was inbound landed, and 3rd squad is actually loaded up on this helicopter here, and they go to inbound. All right, so that's where I'm at vehicle wise. Like I said, I'm leaving the CO and XO at base, and the forward air controller is still there at base as well. I probably might send him in later. I don't know. That's one thing I forgot. I wanted to throw some ammo markers in there. Let's take and do it. I know the vehicles can carry so many. I'm gonna throw at least 6 down because I think it's like 6, but just to remind me of how many steps, and I'll use the numbers when I do it later. That way I've got some ammo landed at the landing zone to bring it in. All right, so we're gonna pan back over here and get this turn finished up with where we're at. Let's see, we just got done with the mutual vehicle and aircraft phase. We're at the mutual combat phase. So we've got no fire missions going on right now. Okay, we're at evaluate potential combat markers. We do have one to evaluate where 2nd platoon went in and they have found a C marker. Now this changed. Previously it was 4 on a draw, but now that we're at contact it's at 3. And the way that is it's like as you go along and engage the enemy, the more engaged you are, the less likely you are to stumble on more, like you're finding more and more of the enemy. So that's why the draws get less. So at this point, since we're at contact, we have to just draw 3 instead of 4 cards. So let's take and do our draw. We've got 1, 2, and 3. Outstanding. All right, so we've got nothing there. We pull this off, and now I think we just go to combat resolution. So yeah, combat effects. So we're gonna go and do our combat. We do the enemy first. Since we've only got 1 enemy on the board, or 1 set of enemies, we don't have to randomize which card we start with. I will randomize which one I start with, leader or squad. Squad's 1, leader's 2. The leader gets shot at first, drew a 2. All right, and the net combat modifier, they've got a +3 for their bunker. They've got a +3 for the card. Now I know this burst thing has to do with incoming. I don't think it actually adds anything for grenades, so we're gonna not add that to it. They've got a -4, -4, -1, -1, so they come out with a -10, and then +6. So they actually come out to a -4, which is the lowest that they can go. So this is actually really good. Like I said, we're starting with a leader. We're going to draw. I'm willing to bet he's going to be hit. Yep. On a -4, he is hit. They are veterans, so we'll see what happens to him. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Fire team. So the leader just gets flipped over. Nothing else. That is horrible. We'll draw for the squad. -4, squad is hit. Absolutely. We'll flick over, veteran squad, and they lose a litter team. So we'll flick this over. God, I was hoping to do some more damage to him than that. That is not good. And if I can get the damn thing out of here, out of my dice tray, right on my little counter tray, they've got a litter team going on the board. So that's what they've got. And pinned. Since they were all hit, they're all pinned. And we'll stack them back up, put them under the pinned marker. All right, put that there. Put that there. Make sure it's in camera. Yeah, it's at the bottom. You guys can see that. Pan it down just a little bit. Okay. And those guys are good. Now the good part is that changes their volume of fire to me to an all pinned. So that is outstanding. We're doing good here. Okay, so I don't have to do anything with these guys. I'm gonna go ahead and just pull these off because we're getting ready to hit the cleanup phase and they're not getting attacked, so I don't have to worry about that. I probably should wait. I need to wait. I need to do this in the right order for those of you guys who are watching this. So we'll put those back there. I'll stop acting like I'm not doing this with people watching. Okay. I have these guys, they've only got a +1 there, but they've got a +2 for the volume of fire, a +1 for this pinned. These guys are out of cover, so that gives them a +4, and then these guys get a +5. Okay, so that's a lot of guys to go over. +4 for this group and +5 for these groups. So that's not too bad. Let me make sure I got that right. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 4, 5. Well, actually, this group is only 4 as well because they're not pinned. So they're only getting that in their cover. So they're getting +4. So this is +4, this is +4, and this group is +5. Now I'm hoping for a lot of misses because this is going to mean that these pin markers come off without me having to try to rally these groups. But that group's still paralyzed. I'm gonna just start here and work my way around. All right, this one +4. +4 is a miss. So it goes there, pin marker comes off. I'll throw that back in there. Actually, I'm gonna do this one since this is +4, and then I'll do these guys. I've got, what, a couple of groups here? Yeah. First one, +4. You've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me. A +4 is a hit. Yeah. What garbage. I mean, look at how much firepower I put down on these guys. I had them at -4, and I was barely able to put anything through. They fire off out into the wind, and they hit my guy. Ooh, that is horrible. That pisses me off. All right, line. Look at that. Paralyzed. They get fire team. I get paralyzed. That's what I'm telling you. The game's out to get me. All right, where's one of my markers over here? Oh, that just makes you want to cry. Okay, so that's, God, that's unfortunate. You've got to be kidding me. Okay, so these guys go here, there. I was expecting my teams to be so good. Flick that back over. All right, now for the leader, hopefully nothing for him. +4 is a pin. Sometimes the laws of physics are just against you, which means I don't think that leader can do anything besides just get himself unpinned the next turn. I don't think he can issue orders. I'll have to check on that, but I don't think he's going to be able to issue orders. God, that pisses me off. You got to be kidding me. All right, I got, what is it? 1, 2, 3. All right, I got 3 groups with a +5. I'll just do them straight down the line. First group, +5 is a miss. Finally, and look at this. Look how high mine are going. +3 is a pin. All right, so this one comes out. We'll set him there for now, just to remember. Next one as a +5 is a pin. You have got to be kidding me. Got to be kidding me. My guys are just getting lit up. And last one, +5, miss. Finally. This was just one brutal hell of a turn. Okay, so these guys, let me get this adjusted because those are under cover still and they're all pinned. All right, so these two aren't pinned and everything else is. So I'll take and put them there and put them. I can remove some of these. I know I probably shouldn't be moving these guys around to cover. Yeah, you really shouldn't be moving guys around like this, but I'm trying to consolidate my damn markers because I got so many of them. Okay, so they got cover. They're all pinned. Those are there, and now we're good. And these guys are still paralyzed and out. So those guys all still remain paralyzed, and these guys didn't. God, that is just, that's horrid. That one just, I couldn't believe it. With a +5 and a +4 modifier, I ended up getting lit up across the board still. And then with -10 that I put on them, all I was able to do was one paralyzed team. The laws of random cards. Okay, now we're to the cleanup phase where we just remove pyrotechnic. Okay, so here's where you remove pyrotechnic. I had already pulled that off. So you remove pyrotechnic, illumination, exposed, moved, fired, concentrated fire, grenade, and grenade miss markers. You can evacuate casualties if you have a casualty evacuation point, and this isn't a defensive mission, so that doesn't matter. We will take and remove all of our exposed markers here. So actually we're not doing horrible, all things considered. We've got a couple of cards cleared. I mean 3 if you count the landing zone. We put a lot of fire onto these guys, which didn't do anything, but I can hit them with a lot more grenade attacks the next turn and try to blast them into Kingdom Come. I do need to mark off the ammo that I spent, because sorry about bumping the camera there, gentlemen and ladies that are watching. First and second squad weapon teams, they used a little bit of ammo, so I will mark them down here. Make sure you're keeping track of that as you're going along. So they're good on that. The 40 mics though that I was using, they're considered unlimited, so I would just blast away with those things as often as you can, because they seem to be the only way to really put any sustained firepower onto these guys. I could do a concentrated fire next turn, actually, with this group and this group. Well, I think you can only have to look that up too. If I can double up concentrated fire, I think you can, because if they concentrate fire here and they concentrate fire here, then that would be extra modifiers against them. We'll have to check that out. But in the following turns, we're going to take and push down with 4 squad. We're going to see about calling in some off-board artillery onto whatever else pops up here, because we're going to have to expose this marker, and we're going to be coming in with 3rd platoon on another turn. We might have them loiter to kind of let some of this get cleared out, so I don't have to take and push them into a new thing. Because let's see, if I get this one here and that, if I can get all these bottom cards cleared out, I'd have 11 with that, and then I could just clear out one next to it and win the game. But we are now going to turn 4. So I don't know if this one's going to happen, guys. I only got I'm almost halfway through. I got 2 more turns and then I'll be halfway through the game. So we'll see what happens. All right, I'm gonna cut it here. Stop rambling. You guys take care. I'll see you in the next one.